going to be working on the front cover to my journal. I am using a sheet of handmade mulberry paper that I made and some pressed leaves and ribbon that's going to tie my journal together. I've loosely just placed everything down so I can get placement. I want to sew my title on, and I want to make sure I have everything in the right place. So this is the basic layout of what it's going to look like, and I know that my title is going to go down here, so now I'm just going to remove all that to the side. If you're not familiar with sewing on paper, I'm going to take you through a few steps that I use when I sew. I use foam to poke my holes through. That way when my paper is laying on top and I poke the holes, the paper does not bend or tear. I write my title so it's already placed, and that way when I put it on the paper I can tell that it's going to be centered. I have it straight on this line here, so I know that all I got to do is drop that down to the edge of my paper and everything will be nice and straight. I have a pen that I have attached to the end of a pencil. That's what I use to poke through. And all you're going to do, I'll make sure real quick before I got everything, smooth that over just a tad. What you're going to do next is poke through following the letters. When you go around a curve, you must shorten the space. Otherwise, when you sew, you'll have straight lines. So if you want a curve, you have to shorten your whole space. You don't want to make them too close together because you are perforating the paper, and you can tear your paper very easily by making too many little holes together. So it's very simple. Just poke through. That's all that you're doing. Again, when you go around a curve, and this is all curvy letters because I wrote in cursive, so you just shorten your letters. When you come to an intersection, you want to make sure that your hole is in the middle of that intersection, and that will make for neater sewing when you finish up. Anytime you get to a straight line, of course, you can, like right here, and this F is straight, so I don't have to poke a hole in the middle of that. I'm going to go to that intersection, poke a hole in the middle of that intersection, and then just continue around. So I'll come back when everything has been poked and sewed. The last little trick that I want to show you when you're sewing through paper is you don't make a knot, because you can pull the knot through your paper, but you take a little piece of tape and just tape down your end, and then just clip your thread, and you're done. And there is the fall nap title. So now we're just going to put the front cover together. Now that I have the front cover attached to the front of the book, I'm going to try something that's kind of scary for me, but I've seen it on Pinterest and I really liked it. I'm going to take this hole punch, which is in the heart shape, and I want to punch a heart about right here. So it'll be like I heart fall nap. So anyway, I hope I don't ruin my leaf. If I do, I'm going to be doing this another day after I get a new leaf press, but we'll see what happens. So see, so I can see where it's going to be. Slide my leaf in here. And you have to be on the side a little bit because of that stem. Whoops. I'm so scared I'm hard touching it. Okay, I just got to go for it. Alright, wait a minute. I'm going to set that down. And oh lordy, punch. Ah! I think it did well. Look, I love it. I have, oh, I don't know if you can see that. Let's put it on here. My little heart on my leaf. That just made my day. And now I have another little leaf heart, which I might use on the inside of the book. So I'll try that later and look at that. So anyway, now let's get back to the fun part. I'm going to adhere my leaf and my little grassy thing on there, and then I'll be back. I'm going to take a little bit of my Helmer decoupage and craft paste, and I'm going to just cover this leaf. Oops, spilled it out there. So I don't need much. I'm just going to grab a little bit and cover the leaf just to protect it from any further damage. That is a very delicate part of my project. I'm going to go ahead and adhere my little grassy thing here that I have pressed so it's nice and thin and flat to the front while this is still wet, and that way everything will have a chance to dry together at the same time. The last thing that I'm going to do is attach my ribbon to the back of the journal like so, and I'll be able to tie it to the front. So I'm going to take a little bit of my glue here, and I'm just going to run a line across the back. And hopefully by having my ribbon laid out like so, I'll be able to place this, hopefully, in the right place. Which I want it to be, where I'll tie the stem kind of in the middle. Doesn't have to be in the exact middle. Okay, so I'll push that down. Let's see, hopefully that's going to be, yeah, I think that'll be good. I want to lift this up in case any glue, which a little bit had come out. So wipe that up so it won't get on my project. And then I want to make sure that's nice and straight. A little crooked. See if I can even that out. There we go. That's not too bad. Got a little glue string there. Get rid of that. Okay. So I have lots of extra strings after I make my tie here. I will be able to cut off what I won't need. It's just kind of an informal way to keep my book together. And trim my ribbon. So I tied that bow nice and loose so I know I have extra. And if you want to see what's inside the book and the reason why it's called Fall Nap is because this is what I drew inside. This is done on eco-leaf printing paper, which is a whole other story. I'll talk about that another day. My female is drawn in pastel, and then I have a poem which starts on the front. How silently they tumble down and come to rest upon the ground. And of course, this is the leaves. And then you turn, sorry, no way to do that. Turn over the back, and the rest of the poem is on the back of the book. And it says, to lay a carpet rich and rare beneath the trees without a care. Content to sleep, their work well done, colors gleaming in the sun. At other times they wildly fly until they nearly reach the sky, twisting through the air till all the trees stand stark and bare, exhausted, drop to earth below to wait like children for the snow. And that's by Elise N. Bradley. So I hope you've enjoyed my little book here called Fall Nap. And this is done. I hope y'all have a great day. Happy crafting. Bye now.